Faithful! Let's go! Let's go! That's right. We here. Niners, 12-4, took down the cardiac Bears because they almost had me going into some type of cardiac arrest. Yeah, because I think my heart stopped at least 3 to 17 times this whole game. It was like 13 ties. You know what I'm saying? Niners finally took a comfortable lead, 4-point lead, because the defense forced them to kick a field goal at one point. This was a game. This was an NFC juggernaut clash of the Titans. When you see two 11-4 teams face off against one another, this is how you expect the game to be. A little bit more defense, but this is what you want to see. It was literally a shootout, 42-38. The Niners are great. They improved to 12-4. But man, we got lots to talk about. Golly, what a game. Brock Purdy, 5 touchdowns, 2 rushing TDs, and 3 passing TDs in this game, man. I mean, Brock Purdy was cooking, making plays out of no plays. You want to know who's an extension to the offensive line? Brock Purdy's an extension to the offensive line. Yep, and we're going to talk about Brock Purdy throwing that daggone bull crap. You know what I'm saying? And it was bull crap. Pick 6, first play of the game. Brock Purdy throws a pick 6. Pick 6, first play. Pick 6. I was like, Brock, you can't do that. You can't do that. You just can't do that. You can't throw the pick 6. Pick 6. You know what? But here's what I like: the resilience. The resiliency in Brock Purdy. Throws the pick 6, comes back, gets you a touchdown. Comes right back down, drives the ball down the field, gets you a touchdown. Jake Tonjes, touchdown. Tight end filling in for George Kittle. George Kittle didn't play in this game. Okay? Didn't play in this game. Trent Williams got hurt on the first play of the game. Trent Williams, right hamstring. Injury. Out for the game. I'm like, oh man, there's no George Kittle. There's no Trent Williams. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? How are we gonna run the ball? I'll tell you what, man. I thought that this was the best run offense that I've seen in a long time, especially without having Trent Williams and George Kittle. I thought the Niners were going to struggle to run the ball. Christian McCaffrey alone had 140 yards on the ground. Christian McCaffrey was out there knocking cats out. Yeah, 140 on the ground. Had a touchdown as well. Christian McCaffrey on the ground. Had a touchdown. This dude was balling. Brock Purdy, 6 runs, 28 yards. I mean, the Niners literally ran the ball well. Brian Robinson Jr., 4 runs, 22 yards. All right. Sky Moore had a run. Finally, a wide receiver run. We haven't seen one of those for an explosive play, 10 yards or more, all season long. Sky Moore gets the first one. Christian McCaffrey busts off for a 41-yard run, his most explosive run of the season. It finally came in week freaking 17. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. Now, listen, I got some breaking news, and I want to make sure I get it to you right now. Breaking news. We'll talk about it right here. The 49ers will play the Seahawks this Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Niners got a Saturday game. They be doing the Niners dirty, man. I'm like, damn, they just got off of a Sunday night game and now they got to play on Saturday night. I got to make sure I don't got nothing Saturday night. Let me put that in my calendar. Good news is we play Saturday. We don't got to worry about playing on Sunday, but still, 49ers, Seahawks, Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN. Put that in your calendars. 49ers versus Seahawks. Yes, sir. 8 p.m. Make sure it's in your calendars. You don't want to miss it, which means I'll probably be live, post-game reaction right here. You okay? So make sure it's there. I'm just trying to school you guys to it, right? Just want to make sure. Put it in my calendar too. All right. So January 3rd, game be over by 11. Boom, boom, boom. Bada bing, bing to the bing, bing. Cool beans. All right. So what's going on? Jack Knox in the building. Oh, snap, man. You got it right, man. Super Bowl, here we freaking come. Ain't nobody stopping us. I tell you what, that's why we're here. Because we're here to overreact because the defense was atrocious. But I'll get back to the defense. I do want to talk about the good that I liked from the football game. All right. The offense. The offense is finally gelling. The offense is finally clicking. Round of applause, Kyle Shanahan and his offense. It's finally here. We're finally seeing what we need to see from the 49ers offense. And we were missing George Kittle. Offensively, some guys had a game. You know, I think everybody stepped up when they needed to step up. And I mean everybody. Everybody stepped up when they needed to step up. You got big catches. Christian McCaffrey had 41 receiving yards. All right, 41 receiving yards. I believe he needs 109 more receiving yards, if I'm not mistaken, to be in that 1,000 club. We'll do the math at some point this week. But I tell you what, Jake Tonjes had a game, 9 targets, 7 receptions. He had a drop for sure, 60 yards, but he had the touchdown, game's first touchdown. Ricky Pearsall, 8 targets, 5 receptions. He had 85 yards. Juwan Jennings, big touchdown at the end. He gave the 49ers the touchdown to go ahead by 4. Man, the offense did what they needed to do. The offense came through. DeMarcus Robinson, 2 catches, 30 yards. Kyle Juszczyk, 2 catches for 2 receptions. 14 yards, but what a touchdown. It was a beautiful touchdown by Brock Purdy. You want to talk about improv and escaping the pocket and coming back in the pocket and get back out the pocket, come back in the pocket, throw it wide open. Kyle Juszczyk touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk also had the block of the day. If I had to give a block to anybody, Kyle Juszczyk on that outside zone run where Christian McCaffrey was able to score that touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk had that lead block. But Kendrick Bourne had only 1 reception, 25 yards. He only needs 41 more yards or something like that to get that $600,000 bonus. Congratulations to Juwan Jennings. He did receive his $667,000 bonus on that touchdown pass. You get what I'm saying? Look, if you watch this game like I watched this game, there were a bunch of these words. And then at some point you stop using these words and you just did a couple of these. You know, you rubbed your forehead because the headache that's brewing in the frontal lobes right here, you were trying to massage them to your best ability. Some of us didn't watch the game. Some of us couldn't bear to see what the hell was going on. Because the Niners, they put up 42 points. The offense was clicking. And just a reminder, the Niners spotted them 7 points because they gave up a pick 6 very first play of the game. Now, we got to get to the defense because I'm going to get to some of these comments. Injuries, Chase Lucas. Injuries, talk about Trent Williams, left with a right hamstring injury, didn't return to the game. Upton Stout left with a concussion, didn't return to the game. And the moment Upton Stout left the football field, Chase Lucas entered, and it was all hell loose. Like all hell broke loose on a football field. I mean, I watched Chase Lucas get juked, burnt. Well, let's start with the beginning. Got burnt, juked, and slipped and busted his ass all on the same play by one guy, by rookie. And you know what? I'm a big Chase Lucas fan. I thought he had the best off season as a nickelback. I thought he did. That's why I thought he made this team. And I tell you what, man, maybe because he don't be out there enough with the reps because he looked lost in the freaking sauce. Let's get to some of these comments. Incognito says, FOMO to go. Look, the Niners continue to control their destiny. We're going to continue to talk about this defense. I just want to read some of these comments. 4 more to go. The Niners control their destiny, man. They beat Seattle. They will be in first place, and everything will go through San Francisco and the NFC and the Super Bowl, right? So everything, right? 4 more to go. I like that. Real dope. Bo says, I have no more nails. Yeah, you probably biting them off for sure. You know what I'm saying? It's the way it is. Keith says, "Go Niners! Defense made a play when it mattered." All right, cool. We can give the defense some props. They finally sent enough pressure. While I'll say Bryce Huff finally had a pressure that mattered. How about I say that? Where he was able to kind of trip him up a little bit, force him to go a little one way, whatever. But you're right. When it mattered, and it came through. But the I don't think the Niners should have even been in this position. That's me personally. I don't think they should have been in this position. Jack Knox, yes, defense needs help. Lord, oh my gosh. Ben Gordon, our defense can't stop a nosebleed. Hey man, sounds like something I would have said. You know what I'm saying? Look, I feel like my nose about to start bleeding right now, and their defense couldn't stop them. Everything, their defense couldn't stop us, but I don't care. Our defense, I needed our defense to step up. I don't know what the heck was going on with defensively. And here's the thing, Rick. I got a list of notes that I wrote just from the defensive side. Okay. And then I'll get to some more of the accolades and whatever. But there were tons of missed tackles. And I can't watch football with a bunch of missed tackles, you know, especially when you're the first person in on the play and you have the ability to get a tackle for a loss. Once you miss that tackle, it's bonus yards. All right. So, and then you had the penalties. You had dumb penalties, like Tatum Bethune's dumb fucking penalties, unnecessary roughnesses and all that. Like, come on. We trying to win a game. We like you can't hurt yourself. The dumb penalties, defensively, offensively, just dumb penalties that kept drives alive. Defensive holding calls. There were no PI calls. Maybe there was a PI call. I don't remember. All I know is it was just dumb penalties. And then the defense on third down, I was pissed because it was it's not regular third downs. Third and longs, third and 10s, third and 14s, third and longs. And then they're giving up all of these yards. And like I want to love these players, man. I do. And I understand that they're young. And that's not an excuse. I watched D Winters give up a big first down to Colston Loveland on a play where they showed the blitz. He drops back out into coverage, and then he's just looking around the football field like, why are you turning your head, sir? Well, you can't turn your head. You turn your head. The quarterback's like, oh, this mother freaking not even looking. I'm gonna throw it to the guy underneath. I just seen that, not just him, but multiple times in this game, multiple times. And no matter what, I just didn't see any adjustments. Bang bang, not a gang. Miguel says, my heart, bro. Listen, cardiac, whatever you want to call it. I know my heart stopped at least 3 or 4 times. You too clean. I like that. You too clean, Jay. Chase Lucas, take your uniform home with you. Your facility access has been revoked. I was like, that gets a click, boom. Listen, he was terrible. He was terrible. I think you're talking about that one play. He was terrible though. I think you're talking about the specific one play where he got beat on the coverage, then he got juked on the coverage, and then he slipped and fell at the same time, all on the same play. All on the same play. I think that's where you're going. You know what I mean? At least that's where I am. But I've seen a lot of stuff where he was struggling. I did. You know, I definitely did. But so looking at the defense just has to find a way to be better, because when I think about Seattle, the number one thing they're gonna have to do against the Seattle Seahawks is stop the run. Right? They gotta stop the run. And they have to tackle, because you might be good on Kenneth Walker, but here comes Zach Charbonnet, like the last time, who's going to try to punish the 49ers right up the middle. He's a powerful runner. He's a bigger running back. The Niners got to find a way to wrap and tackle these guys. You know, That's the way I'm looking at it. YouTube Clean says that play, but also Burden ran the same route and cooked them. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, you talking about the Burden drop? Oh yeah, oh yeah. The Burden, luckily Burden dropped. I think on my watch party, I was like, thank you, God, because of the drop. I wasn't expecting him to drop it, but he was beat. He was beat. He was definitely beat. 1,000%. Definitely beat. Defense, definitely. If I did like a donkey of the day, it would just go to the Niners defense, man. No sacks. No sacks on the day. Couple of pass deflections, but no sacks on the day. Couple of good tackles for losses too, man. Kalia Davis, Sam Okuwano. They had some tackles for losses, but there's too many mistakes on the defensive side of football. Let's flip the script. Let's talk about the offense because Austin Pleasance, like I want to give him a round of applause because of what I thought he helped in the run game, but he was horrible in pass protection. Matter of fact, he almost got Brock Purdy killed, like decapitated, killed. Like, bruh, you got one job. And the Booker dude, what's his name? I got to get Booker's first name. Hold on, because he was killing. I'm like, where's Booker at? Austin Booker. Austin Booker had only 3 tackles in this game. Okay. One of them was a sack. I want to put that out there. But he was the most effective defensive lineman for the Chicago Bears. I don't even know who he was. All I know is I know who he is now. I don't want to see him again. I don't think he would have had much of a successful game if Trent Williams was out there, but Trent Williams wasn't out there. So he had a game. He had a game. When it came down to batting down passes, he had 2 pass deflections at the line of scrimmage. And he was disruptive in the backfield a lot, right? A lot. He brought pressure. And that is the difference between the 49ers defense and some of these other defenses that we watching. That's the biggest difference. Guys are able to bring pressure. D Front 1967. Collinsworth should not be allowed to call a Niners game having lost 2 Super Bowls to them. He's not impartial. Listen, that dude don't like the Niners. He makes it clear in present danger that he doesn't like the Niners. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm starting to be able to tolerate this guy a little bit more, but I totally get where you're coming from, dog. I totally get where you're coming from. 1,000%. Like 1,000%. Peachy says heart attack game. It was cardiac arrest game for sure. I think every 49er fan at the end was just we were holding our hearts, our breath, our brains. I think everything went on pause. That was the longest, what was it, a minute? Like 33 seconds. I felt like that was the longest 33 seconds of my life. Like the 33 seconds wouldn't go by fast. I couldn't figure out how 33 seconds took like 10 minutes. Like it was the longest 10 minutes of my life. But I will give the defense a round of applause. 4 downs. Gave up that first down on that hook and ladder play. DeAndre Lenore makes the tackle of the season on DeAndre Swift, but then the Niners were able to hold them. So I'll give him credit for that. PG heart attack game it was 1,000%. And for the Niners, it's going to be some games like this. It's going to be some like I expect the playoffs to be. I almost don't want to play the Bears again. I just don't. I don't. Marky Fresh 83 when it mattered the most defense. Yeah, and I had to give him. I had to give him props for that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I definitely had to give him some props for that. Because they definitely did come through when it mattered the most. 1,000%. Yeah. They get props. And don't get it twisted because the Bears definitely were trying to score. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were definitely trying to score. Now, look, there's some things with this defense that you can't change, and I'm okay with that. Like the pass rush. I'm not even trying. If I'm Robert Saleh, I'm rushing 4. I may send something exotic or set up something exotic looking. But here's the thing when they do this exotic stuff, right? I'm noticing that the Niners, they're so damn young that the players don't even know how to get back out of the blitz. Like, you show blitz and then you back up off a car. Like, they just struggle. And I saw a lot of the two high safeties and then sending the one down in the box. And I watched the Bears adjust to it. But then I watched the Niners just get taken advantage of it. Like, I thought we were pretty decent in stopping the run, if I'm not mistaken. Like, let me see how many rushing yards we gave up in this game. I thought we were pretty good at stopping. We gave up 110 yards, but that's in totality. They ran the ball 22 times. They averaged 5 yards per carry. We averaged 5.9 yards per carry. We had a total of 200 rushing yards. So 90 more rushing yards. But I thought the Niners overall, they gave up explosive runs, but overall, like, I thought they were better against the run in this game than they were against the pass, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I think I started counting after 7 on my Patreon. You guys go to patreon.com/the Wayne Breezie. I break down the explosive plays every single week. Yo, 7 pass plays, seven plays, 20 yards or more in the air. I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. And you know what the Niners are weakest? Safety. They say safety. Jair Brown can't cover deep. Malik Mustafa can't cover across the football field. And so you pick on them. And then it just they don't have the cognitive ability to know what they need to do if they see a tight end on the football field. Like, it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. The Niners are struggling in the safety department. They don't have a true coverage safety, and they're trying. They're trying. I feel like, not by popular demand, and I know statistically he wasn't great, but I'd rather see Marquise Siegel on the football field. I just do. I don't care if he's giving up the plays. He's there. I feel like if he continued to get the reps, at some point it was gonna come to him. The game would have slowed down a little bit, but he has the speed to be there, right? So yeah, he might give up the catch. Jair Brown's giving up touchdowns. And so like that, and that's another thing. 1, 2 of those 7 that I have written down were for touchdowns. 2 of them. All right, here we go. 24-yard, 35 yards, that was a touchdown. 36 yards, that was a touchdown. 24 yards, 27 yards, 25 yards. And the last one that I wrote down was a 32-yard explosive play down the football field. I just don't. The Niners secondary was F+. They were terrible. They got to find a way to be better. I'm the optimistic person, man. Look, I see the good, and I know they could be good, but particularly against this team, because they didn't know how they were going to run the ball or get ran on or whatever. They were selling out to stop the run, but damn, I've never seen the Niners, Robert Saleh's defense, give up that many explosive plays. The good news is only 2 of them were for touchdowns, but these explosive plays pushed the ball down the football field because the Niners gave up 38 points defensively. I don't know what else you want. Jack says Jair Brown so off and on, he will make a good play and turn on and give up a big play. Yeah, like the deep play is just not his strength for some reason. Like, it's just not what he good. It's not what he's good at. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. Jaleesa, this is why Kyle is coach of the year. Mother freaking right. Coach of the year. Let's go. Brock Purdy is just a game manager, though, right? He is. He's a glorified one, too, but he's a great quarterback, man. Brock. So, Jaleesa, I don't know you. You don't know me. But if you watch any of my YouTube videos, Brock is elite. I don't care. Like, this, I watched him. They compared Brock to Patrick Mahomes tonight. I don't know what else to say. He's elite. Does he make mistakes? Yeah. Does Patrick Mahomes make mistakes? Yeah. You know who was terrible today? I can't say the bad words here. But you know who was terrible? Josh Allen. Yeah, I know he ran for 2 touchdowns, but he was terrible. And so was Jalen Hurts. Matter of fact, I lost my fantasy football championship because of both of them. Yeah. So, you know who wasn't terrible today? He had a terrible play. Brock Purdy. This dude had 3 touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns. That's a total of 5. So back-to-back weeks with 5 touchdowns. This kid's elite. This kid's elite. I don't care what anybody says. He could be a game manager. He could be a game changer. He could be whatever you want to call him. And I'm not talking about you. I'm just about the general media. At the end of the day, you know what, Brock Purdy? The Niners are 6-0 since Brock Purdy has returned. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Brock Purdy is cooking. Dude is cooking. Literally. He's out there baking cakes, baking pies, making peach cobbler, turkey, ham, chitterlings, collard greens. Dude is cooking. I don't eat them chitterlings, but he's cooking. And we need him to continue to cook because in the playoffs, sometimes you're just going to have to be a game changer. That's what makes Brock crazy, right? You had this kid who got drafted, last pick in the draft, all the negativity going toward this kid. He's not going to be good. This is that and the third. Well, he just defeated the number 1 pick in the draft. So just let that sink in. Brock. Hey, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I'm going to need Brock to learn a new dance because I'm going to get tired of the Dougie. I am. I'm just going to get tired of it. I'm going to get tired of the Dougie. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Me personally. Maybe he could add, something different or do the SpongeBob or the Krabby Patty. I don't know. Something different, but I would like to see that. You know what I'm saying? If it comes down to me. News on Upton Stout. Other than him leaving the game with a concussion, no new news on Stout. He's got a concussion and he's we'll find out more about him. You know what I'm saying? Brock said, I got greens, potatoes, tomatoes, ham, turkey. You name it. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Brock's been going off though lately, man. And you know what's funny about Brock? He's good for an interception a game. I don't want the pick sixes though. You can throw an interception, but not the pick sixes. But you know what? The ratio, 3 TDs, 3 pass TDs to 1 interception. I'll take it. What was Brock's rating? 118. He finished with a higher rating too than Caleb Williams, even with the interception, because he threw an extra touchdown. So I think Brock Purdy is the key to keeping things alive. He's like the Martin Luther King of this team. He's keeping the hopes alive. Like literally, like that's what he's going to be doing, especially for the month of January. We got to celebrate Martin Luther King's birthday and my birthday, January 15th. So you can all send me presents to my address. I'll make sure you guys have that. But I'm just saying, like playoff month, that's football. Brock, we've seen it though. We've seen him make these crazy type plays. Now, Ricky Pearsall did get injured on a tackle, but he came back in the game. So that's, I don't know if that's good, bad, or what. We'll find out later on the status on Ricky Pearsall. You know what I mean? But yeah, he did return to the game. He did finish with 85 yards. So Ricky was out there doing what he needed to do. And they needed him. Now, I know a bunch of the questions out there. What's going on, Mose? What's good, baby? Dub City, baby. Yes, Christian McCaffrey had this back injury and he was getting a massage gun to the back. And I don't know, he came back out and had a big run. Big catch, too. 14-yard catch, first down on running back screen. Look, I'm sure Christian McCaffrey is banged up. They got a short week, right? They play Saturday night. Don't forget, Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time on ESPN. The Niners at the Seahawks. Okay? Don't forget, 8 p.m. Hate Saturday football for my team. I do. It's not the same. It's not the same. But the Niners, Seahawks, this is going to be for first place. And if the Niners can come out, I'm hoping Trent Williams isn't as banged up as we think. And we know it's a hammy. It's different, though. It's not an ankle, right? So it's not like the hammy can swell up, man. He just needs some deep massage tissue, deep. I don't even know how to say this, junk. Deep tissue massage on the hamstring. Gosh darn it, Wayne. Get it together. That's what he needs. Get them hands, somebody's hands working rubbing that hammy, man, getting that junk right. Stay off the hammy. Drink lots of water, and hopefully it'll be good to go. And the crazy thing about the Trent injury is it happened on the pick six. I'm like, come on, Jesus. Whew. So hopefully he's gonna be good. Like that's the only thing I can say. Frankie, do you have more hopes in the defense performing better? I do. It's a team that they know, right? And so the Bears, they don't know, right? They haven't played the Bears. They haven't played this version of the Bears. So when you think about the Seahawks, they have played the Seahawks, and they know McDonald's team very well, right? And this is they've already played them once. They've already beat them once. Brock Purdy won the first game of the season, right? And that was in Seattle. Now they're going to be at home. So my hopes that the defense will be better, 100%. Well, not 100%, but they'll definitely be a lot better. We're not going to have some of the pieces. No Nick Bosa, no Fred Warner, but I do feel like Sam Darnold isn't the mobile guy. He's not going to run, for these yards. So that's good. But he will take the shots down the football field. It's going to be really good to see Demo or hopefully Ronaldo Green will be back. And I got to give a round of applause to Darrell Luter Jr. I thought he played very well. They didn't really test him much. They tested the safeties all night. And Chase Lucas. Those guys got tested. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens with that, like moving forward. But, I definitely loved what I saw. Love my Niners. Me too. I think we all do. And thank you for joining. My first time seeing you here. Hurricane, what's going on, baby? We got a poll question, man. Who was the player of the game? Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, Jake Tonjes, Ricky Pearsall. Tonjes had a game. I know Pearsall had a game. Christian McCaffrey had a game, but Brock Purdy is the mother freaking man. Like, I just think Brock Purdy is going to continue to be the guy. Just moving forward, that's going to get the Niners over this hump, right? Like winning the Super Bowl. Because now you're watching Brock make plays, and we saw that he had that ability, but he also had guys he could rely on, like Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk. Well, guess what? Those guys aren't here. And so now he has new guys he can rely on. Like, was I the only one in this game screaming, where the hell was Juwan Jennings? And then I screamed it, and he called a touchdown pass. I was like, there we go. I know he was here. Maybe, and you know what? Maybe the Bears corners were just really good in their coverage. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe they were bracketing him. But they started doubling Christian McCaffrey. I was like, give me some more Juwan Jennings. Mo says all hands on deck next week. We handle business, get the dub. Yeah, it comes down to these injuries, man. Hopefully George Kittle's swelling goes down on the ankle. That'll be key. I cannot not see him playing in this game. He's definitely going to be playing. I don't know about Trent. I don't know about the hamstring injury. That's a little tough. And I definitely think we need Trent Williams, because if we got beat by, what's his name again? Hold up. Austin Booker. No disrespect. No disrespect to Austin Booker. I thought he was phenomenal, but I don't know him. I know the defensive front on Seattle. And if Austin Booker was beating us, golly, Austin Pleasance was trash. He just was terrible. He almost got Brock killed at least 3 or 4 times. And if Brock didn't elude the pocket and step up a couple of times, man, Brock would have been decapitated at least 3 times. And you can only be decapitated once. You got one head. So it was the weirdest thing. I was just like, Austin, I know you came in, you stood in, you filled. I can't wait to see how PFF graded you, dog, because the way I graded you, Breezy graded you, was just like, nah, this ain't gonna work. But in the run game, man, he was on point. Like, he was on point. Like, I thought that was dope. You know what I'm saying? We got a props to Austin Pleasance for stepping. Hey, he wasn't good to me. He wasn't good to me. But if you felt like he was good, I appreciate that, because I can't wait to watch the tape. I think he was struggling. You know what I'm saying? I thought he struggled. Sapphire says, is Ayuk going to post a video speeding by the stadium again? He's probably going to post his next video. He's probably going to post speeding to the stadium, pleading, hey guys, I'm ready to come back. I apologize. All this good stuff. My bad. I was just tripping. I just wanted to play football. I was a little delirious or whatever. I think he's going to post one of those things. Apology video. I think that would be the next thing. So maybe he'll be apologizing while speeding to Levi Stadium. Listen, don't speed. That's not what I'm asking him to do. I don't know, man. He's got a apologize to the team, but he's also got to hit up the NFL and beg for them to lift him off of that list. I feel like he's banned or something. It's crazy, right? So we'll see what happens. But I thought the Niners offensively were on point. Defensively, it wasn't even a point. They were in a circle. But the offense did enough to carry the defense. And we all know, and here's why I'm okay. Some games, you're going to need the defense to carry the offense. And that's how it was this year. So let's not act like we haven't seen the offense struggle and the defense had to carry him. And the special teams are special teams. It is going to be what it is. It's either going to be a bonus. It hasn't been anything negative. It's either going to be something to add to both or just nothing, right? Nothing negative, though, for special teams. But defense struggled today. The offense did what they needed to do. The defense made stops when they needed to make stops. They forced a field goal when they needed to get the field goal. And then they forced a turnover on downs to seal the deal. I'm going to give that up to the defense. I don't know how much I would grade that, but that's a really good grade. That is what you call bend, don't break. And that's what the Niners did today. They bent, but they did not break. And they got the win, right? So 42 points. Round of applause to our Niners. Round of applause to everybody out here watching. Wow, it's the first time I feel like I've had this many views and you guys have stayed. You guys must like the sound of my voice now, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? But no, like seriously, like this was a game that we needed to see, and we needed to win this game. And for those that don't understand why, here's why. It's an NFC team. The Niners are 9-2 in the NFC, period. 9-2 in the NFC. That's number one. Number two, they were 11-4. A lot of people be like, oh, the Niners ain't playing nobody. They're playing weak teams. Well, this wasn't a weak team. Last time I checked, they were first place in their division, right? So I don't know how that's weak. And not only were they first place in their division, they were 11-4 at first place in their division. So I would go out on a limb and say the Niners just defeated an elite team, a playoff team on top of that they may just have to face again. You know what I'm saying? The good news is the Niners can't be lower than the 6th seed, so it's going to be 6-5 or 1. There you go, right? 6-5 or 1, and I'll take it, right? I'll take it. Hopefully the Rams get beat by Atlanta. That'll help. The Panthers didn't help the Niners on today, so bump them. Panthers, you are trash. You just about as trash as our defense. I just want to put that out there. And then Seattle, get ready, baby. Because we about to take y'all Space Cadets behinds down when y'all come to Santa Clara. I can tell you right now, the Niners, like Mo said in my chat, all hands going to be on deck. All hands, except for Brandon Ayuk's. Listen, faithful, I love y'all. Wayne, your season prediction is upon us, 13-4. One more win, and we'll be 13-4. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I'm so excited, right? 13-4. But if we do finish, here's the crazy thing. We finished 13-4 and we'll be in first place. And everything will go through Levi's Stadium. I can't wait to hear what Kyle's victory speech sounds like and watch some of these pressures. It's going to be crazy. Guys, I love y'all. Keep it faithful to the Bay. Make sure you follow me here on Bleacher Report as well as on my YouTube channel, man. More 49ers content. Peace. What's up, faithful? Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure you check out some of the other cool videos.